Let's begin by offering our respects to ISKCON founder Acharya and our preeminent Shiksha Guru, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Oh, my screen froze. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai. Jai. Jai.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swa Padantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Taruvyascha Kripa Sindhu Vyaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om
Om
Namo
Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Om
Bhagavate
Namo
Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Om
Bhagavate
Namo Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Okay, so we welcome all of you to our weekly Krishna book classes. Thank you very much for joining. We have with us here Auntie Neeta, Anjali, Aja, Divina, Tipti Adnani, Durga Prasad, Hari Kumar Ishwaran. We have Jagrati, Kamala Nandini Mataji. We have Karuna. We have Lavina Ramchandani. We have Lavina Dadlani, Manju Nihalani, Meenakshi, N.C. Venkatchari, Priyanka Jha, My husband is there. Then we have Ranjit Das, Ritu Lalwani, Romi, Shailesh Latkar, Shantaram Latkar, Sheetal Latkar. Then we have Shivani, Shreya Kalaria. We have Swami, Swapna Latkar, Upasna Dalai, and we have Vivansh. Okay. So in the previous class, we saw the killing of which demon?
Pralambasura.
Pralambasura. Yes, very nice. Thank you.
So killed by Balram.
Yes, killed by Balaram. Very good. So today, by the mercy of Sri Guru and Sri Krishna, we are going to see chapter number 19 of the Krishna book titled Devouring the Forest Fire. Has Krishna swallowed a forest fire before? Did we see?
Yes.
Yes or no?
No.
No?
No. Now he is swallowed.
Swallowed.
No,
It
yes, in Pralambasura's chapter, he swallowed the fire.
In chapter 18, we saw how Balaram killed Pralambasura. And before that, in chapter 17, we saw how Krishna actually swallowed a forest fire. So now again, there is another forest fire. And again, Krishna is going to swallow or devour the fire. It's a very short chapter, this one. Let's see. While Krishna and Balaram and their friends were engaged in the pastimes described above. So what are these pastimes described above? What is it being referred to? Which pastime?
Krishna's pastime.
all the other chapters, right?
Childhood, other chapters or childhood, basically.
So which was a pastime described above? What just happened before this?
Killing of Pralambasura, then Kalia
Killing
was
of Pralambasura. And when Pralambasura was killed, actually what were the boys doing?
They were playing.
They were playing, isn't it? They were playing, and then Pralambasura came and he changed his form and he appeared as one of the cowherd boys, one of their friends. So this is what is being described to here when they say above. So when Krishna and Balaram and their friends were engaged in the pastimes described above, the cows, being unobserved, began to wander off on their own, entering farther and farther into the deepest part of the forest, allured by fresh grasses. The goats, cows, and buffalo traveled from one forest to another and entered the forest known as Ishikatavi. This forest was full of green grass, and therefore they were allured. But when they entered, they saw that there was a forest fire, and they began to cry. On the other side, Balaram and Krishna, along with their friends, could not find their animals, and they became very much aggrieved. They began to trace the cows by following their footprints, as well as the path of eaten grass. So what has happened now? The cows, they have been allured by fresh grasses, and they have wandered and they have gone to another forest called as Ishikatavi. And now that they are there in that forest and they are enjoying that fresh green grass, the grass was taller there, and then they suddenly see that they are in danger and they are surrounded by forest fire. They saw that there is a forest fire, and the cows now they have begun to cry. So one may think, why is it that the cows went away? They are with Krishna, right? They are with Krishna. They have already eaten grass because the cowherd boys, Krishna, Balaram, and the cowherd boys have taken the cows there for grazing, for pasturing. And they have already eaten. The stomach is full. But still they have gone to this other forest away from Krishna, right? Why did they do that? What does it say here?
They were thirsty.
Because the grass is green and they are allured.
They were allured by fresh grasses, no? Actually, the stomach is full. But they want more. They want more. So therefore, they have gone away from Krishna and now they are in danger. So actually, the acharyas explain, and see, when from these pastimes we extract lessons. Now, what is it that Krishna is teaching us through these pastimes? So what is in Sanskrit? See, in Sanskrit, cow means go. We say go seva, no? So cow means go. And another meaning of go is also senses. See, Govinda, the word Govinda has three meanings. No, protector of the cows, uh, master of the senses, and one who gives pleasure to the land. Go also means land. So Krishna has this name Govinda, which has these three meanings. So go means cows, and go also means senses. So the cows have been allured by the fresh grasses. Similarly, our minds, the conditioned souls, when we are allured by other things for sense gratification, then such things take us away from Krishna. Such things take us away from Krishna. And when we are away from Krishna, then we realize that we are in danger. Because this material world is full of dangers. There is danger at every step. Srimad Bhagavatam describes how this material world is padam padam yat vipadam. There is danger at every step in this material world. And Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita also describes this material world as dukhalaya ashashvatam, which means it is a place full of miseries and it is a temporary place. That's the nature of the material world. So when we are allured by things that we think uh, will give us happiness, no, when we are allured by material sense gratification, then that takes us away from Krishna. And when we are away from Krishna, we realize that we are in danger, and then we are crying. Then we are crying because it was a bad deal for us to accept this material body, thinking that we can enjoy independent from Krishna. But we can only enjoy with Krishna. As long as the cows were with Krishna, there is no question of any danger because Krishna is there to protect them. No? But they have been allured by this green grasses. And on the other side, we see here Balaram and Krishna, along with their friends, could not find their animals and they became very much aggrieved. So the lesson that we draw from this is they have somehow or the other not paid attention to their prime duty. Because what are they? They are cowherd boys. Cowherd boys, their prime duty is to take care of the cows. That's what they have been sent to the forest with the cows by their parents. No, their parents want them to take the cows, and of course, they want them to bring the cows back safely. They are cowherd boys, so that is their prime duty. But somehow they are so engrossed in playing that these cows have gone away and they have not realized it until these cows have gone away. So only after they are gone, they have realized it. So what lesson we draw from this is we should stick to our prime duty. We should not forget how we have to prioritize our lives. No, as devotees, what is our first priority? Having this human body, we should first, our prime duty should be to behave in such a way that we can go back home, back to Godhead at the end of this lifetime itself. Having this human body, because that is the whole goal of having this human body, is to develop love for God, is to develop love for God. So if we forget our prime duty and we are not acting, we are not doing our sadhana, we are not chanting our rounds, we are not following our four regulative principles, we are not surrendering to Guru and Krishna, we are not reading the Shastras, then we are failing in our prime duty. Now, these boys are playing in the forest, that's fine. The parents will not mind, no, as long as they go, they do their duty of the cowherd boys and they bring the cows back safely. If in between that they are engaged in some games, the parents will not mind. But if they are going to neglect their duties and be so much absorbed in the play and neglect their duties, then yes, the parents will have a problem. This is how when we send our children to school, the student's prime duty is to study and do well in the exams and to graduate out of college. Now, while the student is studying in school or college, he may engage in some other activities. No, he may go for some sports, he may go for swimming, he may engage in some other indoor games, he may do so many other things. No, that's fine. But then, of course, the prime duty is you have to study, you have to give your exams, and you have to graduate from college. If the student doesn't do that and is only engaging in other activities, then the student is going to fail in his duty, and then the parents are going to have a problem. Yes. So therefore, we should remember what is our prime duty. As having this human body, we have to make the best use of this human body and do everything that is needed to develop love for God. Go back home, back to Godhead. Let's see what happens next. All of the boys were fearing that their very means of livelihood, the cows, were now lost. When searching out the cows in the forest, they themselves became very tired and thirsty. Soon, however, they heard the crying of their cows. Krishna began to call the cows by their respective names with great noise. Upon hearing Krishna calling, the cows immediately replied with joy. But by this time, the forest fire had surrounded all of them, and the situation appeared to be very fearful. So they are tired, the boys are tired, and they have realized that the cows are not there. So Krishna is calling out the cows by their respective names. So Nanda Maharaj had 900,000 cows, 900,000 cows, and each of his cows had a special, unique name. And Krishna would call out each of their cows by their respective names. No? So here, this is what Krishna is doing. And just by hearing Krishna, they are feeling happy. The cows are feeling happy. They've not even seen Krishna, that Krishna has actually come to save them. Just by hearing Krishna, they are feeling very happy. But the fire has surrounded all of them and they are in great danger now, these cows. So how long were these cows able to enjoy the taller, fresh grass on the other side? Were they able to enjoy for a long time?
No, it was for a short time.
Yeah, it was
But they
only for a
realized
Very short.
exactly very short time, isn't it? So we also may think that, oh, we can enjoy independent of Krishna, but this enjoying this material world is compared to having sweet rice mixed with some mud, which we cannot enjoy, right? We cannot enjoy. We think that we will enjoy, but we cannot enjoy. So we cannot really enjoy in this material world. So these cows, very soon they realize that, oh, we are in great danger when we are away from Krishna. The flames increased as the wind blew very quickly, and it appeared that everything movable and immovable would be devoured. All the cows and the boys became very frightened, and they looked toward Balaram and Krishna the way a dying man looks at the picture of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They said, dear Krishna, you and Balaram are very powerful. We are now burning from the heat of this blazing fire. Let us take shelter of your lotus feet. We know you can protect us from this great danger. Our dear friend Krishna, we are your intimate friends. It is not right that we should suffer in this way. We are all completely dependent on you, and you are the knower of all religious life. We do not know anyone except you. So for the Gopas, they know nothing other than Krishna. This is the nature of a pure devotee. Whatever Krishna likes, the devotee likes. These boys like to play, not because they like to play. They like to play because Krishna likes to play. Because Krishna likes to play, they are playing with Krishna. So they know nothing other than Krishna. The personality of Godhead heard the appealing voices of his friends, and casting a pleasing glance over them, he began to answer. By speaking through his eyes, he impressed upon his friends that there was no cause for fear, and he assured them, don't worry. Then Krishna, the supreme mystic, the powerful personality of Godhead, immediately swallowed up all the flames of the fire. The cows and boys were thus saved from imminent danger. Out of fear, the boys were almost unconscious, but when they regained their consciousness and opened their eyes, they saw that they were again in the Bhandira forest with Krishna, Balaram, and the cows. They were astonished to see that they were completely free from the attack of the blazing fire and that the cows were saved. They secretly thought that Krishna must be not an ordinary boy, but some demigod. So see, very effortlessly, very quickly, just one breath, Krishna swallows the entire forest fire. So Krishna doesn't have to work hard or sweat it out. For him, it's completely effortless. In the evening, Krishna and Balaram, along with the boys and cows, returned to Vrindavan, playing their flutes. As they approached the village, all the gopis became very joyous. Throughout the day, the gopis used to think of Krishna while he was in the forest, and in his absence, they were considering one moment to be like 12 years. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the 19th chapter of Krishna, Devouring the Forest Fire. So when Krishna returns, the gopis are very happy. They very happily receive him. And so just see, in his absence, for them, one moment is like 12 years. So Krishna is the darling of everyone, of everyone over there. He's the life and soul. They know nothing. The Vrajavasis know nothing other than Krishna. Krishna. This should be the mood of a pure devotee. I only do what Krishna likes. That is the mood of a devotee. See, in our Shastras and Srila Prabhupada and our Acharyas have always stressed on the importance of having prasad, having prasad. So, because that is sanctified food. Now, one may argue that, but we are eating only vegetarian food, no? And vegetarian food is sanctioned, no? Meat is food that is prohibited. And we are not engaging in any activities that are prohibited. We are engaging in activities that are sanctioned. That is fine. That is good. But we have to do that which is not only sanctioned but also sanctified. So in ISKCON, our acharyas have taught us, don't just be vegetarian, but you have to eat prasad. We are not vegetarians or vegans or non-vegetarians. We are prasadarians. We eat prasad. If Krishna was to eat meat, if he was to accept meat, then we would also accept meat. But the point is, we cannot offer meat to Krishna. Krishna does not eat it. Krishna does not eat onion and garlic. This argument comes time and again. But what is wrong with onion and garlic? They are vegetables. No, we are not taking any animal's life. We are not killing anyone. So just as how you can eat spinach or carrots or other vegetables, why can't we eat onion and garlic? The bottom line is we cannot eat onion and garlic because Krishna does not eat onion and garlic. He will not accept it. So, of course, prohibited activities we should completely stay away from. No, and instead of only sticking to those activities which are sanctioned, we should, as far as possible, do those activities which are not only sanctioned but also sanctified. So this is what we can see here. The mood in Vrindavan is they only do what Krishna likes. So when we do those activities which are sanctified, then we are getting closer and closer to Krishna. That should be our goal. Otherwise, we will always remain borderline devotees. We don't want to be borderline devotees. We want to advance more and more into Krishna consciousness. Anyway, on that note, by the mercy of Sri Guru and Sri Krishna, we come to the end of today's presentation. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
Do we have any questions or comments?
Yeah, why don't we start another chapter?
We cannot start another chapter because I didn't prepare for the next chapter. During the week, I prepare for the class that's coming on the weekend. So I don't have any PowerPoint. So it'll have to be next week.
Madam, sorry for the joining late, but and the thing is that you have sent a message that understand that in Krishna we are following then prasad, that you are saying that we are the prasadian, we are the prasadians.
Yes.
I understand. It's one way of it. It's you are saying vegetarian, not vegans, and not non-vegetarians. But I don't understand it. You are saying to avoid garlic and onion.
I'm not saying to avoid. I'm saying you have to completely not consume it.
Okay.
Completely
But,
no. Completely
okay.
no.
Okay. But before, I don't know, in Krishna era, what was onion and garlic was considered or not?
No, previously, you see, in Vedic India, nobody consumed onion and garlic. They were considered unfit for eating. Nobody consumed onion and garlic. Because India was invaded by the Britishers, by the Muslims, even tea and coffee, nobody would consume tea and coffee. India was heavily drinking only milk. We would follow complete sattvic diet. So tea, coffee, onion, garlic, these were brought in by the Britishers and the other people who invaded India. Previously, nobody consumed such things.
Okay. But what is wrong with taking garlic and onion? That is my question.
Who?
What is wrong with taking garlic and onion? I'm sorry to ask this question.
Yeah. No. Your question is very valid because this question actually comes up a lot. So the number one reason why we don't consume onion garlic is because Krishna does not like it. We only do what Krishna likes. That is the number one reason. Now, number two reason, 3, 4, 5, 6, you can go on and on. There are many, many reasons. See, in Ayurveda, the food is not classified into, the food is classified into three, yeah, sattvic, rajasic and tamasic. And sattvic food is that which is best for health, which is good for your body. No. So onion and garlic is not sattvic. So if you see the scientific angle of vision, onion and garlic is not good for your health because they are rajasic and tamasic food. Rajasic, mainly onion and garlic is rajasic. See, when you cut onions, immediately you're crying. You eat
Okay.
garlic, the mouth is smelling. So just the nature of onion and garlic can tell you that it is not fit for human consumption. So first
Yeah.
of all, is that. Then again, as I said, it is not sattvic, so it's not good for your health. Now, some people argue that garlic is good for those who are suffering from blood pressure. It's a natural antibiotic, and so on and so forth. So, okay,
Yeah.
if they have medicinal properties, when do
Yeah.
you take a medicine? You take medicine only when you are diseased. If you have
Okay.
no disease, and from childhood you're taking medicines for blood pressure or for other diseases, it will only have an adverse effect on your body, is it not?
Yeah. Yeah.
So therefore, if they have medicinal properties and they have such strong potencies to act as medicines, and we are taking them from childhood, then it is only going to have an adverse effect on a healthy body. It will actually cause the disease. So many diseases now are because of the wrong lifestyle. If you follow a sattvic diet, if you
Yeah.
don't consume onion, garlic, if you don't consume tea and coffee, you only eat Krishna Prasad, I can guarantee you will see the difference in your body. Guaranteed, because I personally have gone through it. I used to consume onion
Yeah.
garlic. I used to drink tea, but after I gave it up, I could feel the difference in my body. So you will have to do it to experience it yourself.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and in related to the one more question, I know the garlic and onion. It's sometimes in Hinduism they say that and the vegetables grow below the earth. We should not consume. Like, is it the potato is not in the list? I don't know.
See, our thing is okay. The other
Potato,
parts,
carrot. Yeah.
they don't consume anything that is grown below the ground. The
Yeah.
reason is when you they are the roots, no? So when you take
Yeah.
the root of a tree, you're killing the tree.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, if you pluck an apple from a tree, the tree
Yeah.
continues to grow. You're not killing the
Yeah.
tree. So that is
Yeah.
the logic. We don't want to kill that tree. That's why they don't consume anything that is grown under the ground. But
Yeah.
our injunction, or the Shastric injunction or the Vedic injunction is, if there is any karma attached to you consuming the potato or the carrot or whatever that's grown under the ground, is taken away. If at all there is any karma also, there will be karma, because actually any food there is karma. Even you pluck an apple, there is karma, because a lot of living entities have died when you
Yeah.
pluck and cut that apple and you wash that apple also, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, whatever karma is there in that food, because you're offering it to Krishna, Krishna takes away that karma. Because now what you are not eating food for your own sense gratification. You are eating the remnants of what Krishna has left. You're eating the leftovers of Krishna. So if there is any karmic reaction, that food that is taken away by Krishna, and you are only eating prasad, so that food is karma free. Even an apple you cut and you eat without offering, it is not karma free. But when you offer it to the Lord, it is karma free. So potatoes and carrots are sanctioned for us because we are offering it to Krishna and we are eating only what Krishna likes.
Okay. Okay.
Mataji, can I ask one quick question?
I
Yes.
think till today in Puri Jagannath temple, I think they don't consume even potato or carrot. I think that's what is my understanding.
So I don't know about that. We have to be very sure.
I think so. If I'm not wrong, no, they don't consume carrot or potato in Puri Jagannath temple. The prasad which is there offering.
Okay. But in ISKCON, we are allowed to consume. The Vedic
Yeah.
injunction is we are allowed to consume.
Madaji, so Krishna liked potato and carrot?
Yes, that's why we are allowed to offer it to him.
Okay.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. This is the first time that I'm coming online.
Yes.
I missed the presential thing,
Yes.
prayer. So I hope to continue in the next weeks. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Okay.
for joining.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Shailesh, you have your hand raised.
Not exactly related to the chapter, but since Radharani Day has just gone by, could you tell us the significance of Radharani Day and Appearance Day, and how do you celebrate it?
How to celebrate the appearance day of Srimati Radharani? Okay, so Srimati Radharani, first thing is we fast till 12 noon, complete fasting. And then we absorb our day in chanting the holy name. We go to the temple, we associate with devotees, we engage in services, we take prasad, and we glorify Srimati Radharani. That's the way we celebrate the appearance day of Srimati Radharani. It's very important to celebrate festivals in devotee association. This individualistic mentality that I will do it on my own, I will do it in my own house, I will not go to the temple, I will not associate with devotees is very dangerous actually. It's always good to be in devotee association to celebrate festivals together along with other Vaishnavas. Because when the thing is congregational, when it's like so many forces are coming together, then it is that much more important, that much more important. We should not try to do things on our own. Of course, if you cannot do because of some extreme reason, maybe it's a 5-hour drive from your house, and you cannot go, or if you have some very, very reason that you cannot overcome, then it's a different thing. But as far as possible, if it is possible for you, then you have to celebrate Srimati Radharani in the temple. There, everything is done, no? Everything is taken care of. And you can ask for services in the temple. You can ask, can you give me some seva? Can you give me some service in the temple? In India, it may not be so easy because there are hundreds and thousands of devotees who want to do seva. So even if you ask the temple, mostly they will be able to give you some seva because there is a lot of opportunity to do services in the temple. So many departments are there, so many things are there to be done. But still, in case you're not able to get any service from the temple authorities, then who is stopping you from going to the temple and sweeping the floor? Who is stopping you from going and distributing a book on the day of the appearance day of Srimati Radharani? Nobody can stop you from doing such services, right? Who is stopping you from going and cleaning the bathroom? Nobody can stop you from doing such things. So there is always opportunity to render service for the pleasure of Srimati Radharani. Okay? Yeah.
Me gustaría preguntar, yo comprendí que no debemos comer, bueno, que debemos evitar la cebolla y el ajo, pero con respecto a la carne, ¿dijo que tampoco deberíamos comer carne o que sí podemos comer carne?
No, carne es completamente prohibido, estrictamente prohibido. Y ajo, cebolla también.
Ok, muy bien, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Shreya, you have your hand raised.
Yes. So I never thought about this, about the carrot and the potato.
I'm not able to hear you clearly.
Can you hear me now?
Sort of. Maybe a little louder.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now yes.
Okay. So I never thought about this carrot and potato thing, that when you take out, the whole plant dies, right? So then why would Krishna accept things where the plant is dying?
So we have to understand that when Krishna accepts the service, that soul in the plant body is going to get a tremendous upgrade. Krishna is going to, because Krishna always reciprocates. Krishna is not going to take something from you and keep it to himself. God is a person, he's a person, and he lovingly reciprocates to his devotees. So when we offer it to Krishna, we benefit, as well as that soul which was there in the plant body also gets an upgrade. So don't worry, that soul will be very, very grateful to you that you killed the tree and you offer it to Krishna. That soul will definitely get an upgrade.
Then why doesn't it apply the same principle for meat? Because the soul
For meat,
already...
because Krishna doesn't eat meat. He does not like to eat meat. The point is he does not like what he likes and what he does not like. That's the
But he
bottom.
doesn't like to eat meat because we are killing his child. So the same principle applies to a tree as well then.
See, again, Krishna is completely independent. He's completely Swarat. You cannot question why you like and why you don't like this. It's a matter of liking, right? Now, you may like some food and you may not like some other food. Why you don't like? I just don't like it. So, Krishna likes and Krishna does not like some foods. Even milk is the same thing. A lot of people argue that there is a lot of abuse going on with the cows to extract the milk. So, there are many vegans, yes.
Yeah.
But the point is, see, Srila Prabhupada always insisted that you must drink milk because milk has properties that are very important for the development of finer brain tissues, which is very, very important for you to learn and understand Shastra. And for devotees, you have to read Shastra, you have to learn Shastra, and therefore the fine brain cells need to be developed. Otherwise, you will not understand Shastra. So Srila Prabhupada always would say that you must drink milk. He would always insist that devotees must drink milk. So we don't apply our logic and say that no, but this milk is coming from abused cows. No, you just execute the instruction. You don't have to think extra beyond what the guru and what your acharya and what Srila Prabhupada and what our previous acharyas have recommended. You just execute the instruction. That's all.
But Mataji, olden days, milk, everything is pure. Now it is not at all good, right? So what do we do in that case? And or we cannot get the A2 milk. It's for some people it's expensive, right? And how do you drink the milk? Just as it is, or you can add chocolate powder into it? How do you?
So if milk is not pure, that is one of the characteristics of Kali Yuga. You can't help it. You can't help it. But as far as possible, you try to get pure cow's milk. Here, example in Chile also we get these packaged milk which are which doesn't get spoiled, no? Because if the milk is not getting spoiled, it's because it has a lot of preservatives. We also get that here. But there are some people who will come and deliver fresh cow's milk to you, which will get spoiled in a couple of days, which is actually good milk. So you try to get as far as possible good quality milk. If you cannot get the best, you try to get the next best. If you can't get the next best, you get the next best, next best, next best. You do the best you can. So yes, Kali Yuga has many gray areas. Not there is none. Things are not completely black or white. You will not get the best quality of fresh cow's milk straight from the farm because now they feed so many hormones also to the. I saw a video where the cow was fed fish. It was very the cow only actually eats grass, but I saw a video where the cow was actually eating fish. So it's very disturbing, but what can you do? That's Kali Yuga. So therefore
Even USA, they feed meat,
Meat,
they
yeah,
feed
that's
meat to the
blood,
cows. Yes,
blood.
yes, yeah.
They mix with the grass.
So the moral of the story is material world sucks. Go back home,
How
back to God
how
quickly.
can we purify that if we only get that type of milk? Is there any way? Okay, just offer to Krishna. Can we offer to Krishna that milk?
Yes, yes, you can offer to Krishna that milk. Yes, it is sanctified. Yes, definitely you can.
Okay.
Yes, because I've heard like recently many things are coming up. Like somebody told me that like in US, milk is not approved without the vitamin D3, and that vitamin D3 is extracted from the fish source. So like any normal milk, so you cannot say like which milk doesn't have like vitamin D3 from the fish source or not, you know. So
Yeah, but still, devotees have to consume milk. Even during time of Srila Prabhupada, somebody commented to him that the milk is not pure. It may have some animal sources. Prabhupada said, you do the best you can. Try and get the best quality milk, but still you have to drink milk. He would insist always, you have to drink milk for the development of the finer brain tissues. It's very important.
got it. Thank you so much.
So Durga Prasad has written something in chat. Consciousness is very less for plants. For animals, they have high consciousness. When we kill, then the pains, torture, and fear they face will be transferred to us if we eat it, he says. Okay, thank you, Durga Prasad.
Vitamin D is also used in milk, which is fish oil.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, plus also eating can, the thought, it can affect your thoughts, right? Eating plants won't, because plant always calm, animals, everything is always moving. So that can affect your I'm talking about meat. Why you should not eat meat eating. Another reason for not recommending eating meat.
Yes, because when the animal is killed, then the animal is fearful. There is so much anxiety for the animal, and it causes so many stress hormones to be released inside the body of the animal. And when we consume that animal, then we are taking all those stress hormones into our body. This is why in the modern times, most people are into meat eating, but most people are also are so stressed out, But if somebody is following a sattvic diet, if somebody is eating Krishna Prasad, then you will see devotees by nature, they are not into anxiety, they are not so stressed. We may have stress, but that stress is transcendental. That stress is for fulfilling our duties, our services to Krishna. So that is transcendental. But the modern times, because you see, even students know, so many students are committing suicides. If you see the rate statistics, it's quite alarming how even young students are being stressed. So many of them are going to psychologists, psychiatrists in teenage, even young 5-6 year olds, they need psychologists, they need psychiatrists. We see that a lot here in the Western world, actually. My own daughter, her school, she's in the 12th grade, and she tells 75% of the class goes to the psychologist. So it's because of improper diet. Everything
So
goes
that
conscious.
meat eating is considered as a rajasic or tamasic?
Tamasic.
Tamasic, okay. But then for kings, they are they allowed to, because
in Kali Yuga, any kind of meat eating is completely prohibited.
Okay.
It's completely prohibited in Kali Yuga. Doesn't matter whether you're the king or whoever you are. Kali Yuga is completely prohibited.
Mataji, can I ask a quick question, please, now?
Yes.
It's Romy. Ayurveda, from my understanding, comes from Lord Brahma. It's written in the texts. It's been passed down. It's a part of the Vedic literature. And it does prescribe, obviously, the qualities of garlic and onions are all understood as tamasic or rajasic and so on. But sometimes those qualities are required for certain diseases. So sometimes garlic and onions might be prescribed as a medicine for certain diseases. So would you take it as a prescribed medicine, for medicine purposes?
Yeah, so it can be taken for medicinal purposes if some requirements are fulfilled. What are those requirements? There is no alternative medicine to that. 2 is it's a life-saving situation. And 3, it should be sanctioned by your spiritual master.
I mean, even meat is prescribed in Ayurveda. There's lots of texts. I've read them myself. And then, if you've had a stroke and your body is really weak, then they will prescribe chicken soup and things like that. So again, so under the conditions that you've mentioned, it would be as a medicine, you would take it.
No, in this case, no, of course, you have to speak to your spiritual master and see what the spiritual master says. I cannot make a comment on that, because that is a very, very serious issue. You have to speak to the spiritual master. And I don't think there is any disease that cannot be cured by a vegetarian diet. Many doctors say many things, but it is not necessarily the truth. Now, even in Prabhupada Lila, when you read Prabhupada's biography, Prabhupada was, when he was a little child, he was very seriously sick. And the doctor said that you have to give him chicken soup, otherwise he will die. And then his mother almost was ready to feed him that soup. But then Prabhupada's father said, no, I'm not going to give this to my son at any cost. But Prabhupada did not die. In fact, he went on to live and he went on to establish an international organization. So doctors may say many things, but you are going to have to make sure that, the doctors are not necessarily going to say. I mean, even my daughter, when she was 6 months old, they told me that you have to start giving her foods, and you have to start with beef. And the doctor said, if you don't give her beef, as she grows, she will be lacking many vitamins and she'll be very weak. But then that's not how it is. No? So we cannot go by what the doctor says. You have to always consult with you and Krishna.
Yes, no, sure. But as I said, this is from the actual Ayurvedic text, the Charaka Samhita, and the actual original text. A lot of meat is actually prescribed, which is quite surprising. But I was just curious how you as a devotee would respond if it was for medicinal purposes.
No, how I would personally respond, in no case I would take any kind of meat. I cannot do that.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Priyanka Jha.
Hare Krishna, Mataji,
Hare Krishna.
Panchani Pranam. I had one question from the chapter only. this chapter is more about Krishna swallowing the fire. So what is this thing trying to convey to us? Is it only about one of the characteristics of Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or is it trying to teach us something else also?
So the lessons we get from this chapter is, first of all, don't move away from Krishna. Just as how the cows were grazing and they went far away and then they were in danger. So when we move our face away from Krishna, when we go away from Krishna, then we are going to be facing dangers. But when we are with Krishna, there is no question of any danger. That is the number one lesson that we get from here. Don't stray away like how the cows strayed away. No. And two is, the boys were so busy playing, they were so absorbed in the playing that they didn't realize that the cows have grazed away. So we should be we should not be so absorbed in extracurricular activities that we forget our prime duty is that we have to use this human body in the service of the Lord and develop love for Godhead. So that is the number one there in our list. Our sadhana should be number one. Everything else comes later. Extracurricular activities means they are extra. It cannot overshadow our prime duty. So that is another lesson that we get from this chapter.
Mataji, can we include the other point also, that we should limit our desires? Because the cows, they had their fill, but they
Yes,
were
exactly.
allured by
Very
the...
nice. Yes, correct. So see, Lavina is saying very good point. That see, the cows, they had already eaten, so they were not hungry. So there was the need was fulfilled by Krishna, but they were greedy. So therefore, they had to undergo this anxiety. They had to undergo this danger. So if we lead a simple lifestyle, no, if we have a decent house and we are able to uh, eat prasad, have a decent lifestyle, not a very opulent lifestyle, not necessary that we have to have luxurious bungalows and luxurious cars. No, if we lead a simple lifestyle, it is not so difficult. It's not so difficult. And then Krishna will be with us. But when we are greedy, no, when we want more than what we need, then Radheshyam Prabhu says that it will lead us to bleed. No, when need leads to greed, then we have to bleed, Radheshyam Prabhu says. So he gives this example in one lecture. I was hearing that how there's a sugarcane field, and the sugarcane field is covered by a fence, no? And the animals from the elephants from the nearby forest would come in search of the sugarcane. Actually, the elephants, they eat grass, and there is a ample amount of grass in the forest, but they want to have the sweet sugarcane. So the elephant would come to that. He's talking about a particular village in India. The elephant would come there, and he would face his back towards that fence, and he would move the stone pillar which was used for the fence, no? So he would lean against the stone pillar, and he would move his back, and he will, like that, by moving his back, he will put the stone pillar down and he will enter the sugarcane field. But when he was trying to move that stone pillar, which is with the fence, then the back of the elephant starts to bleed, and he goes inside the sugarcane field, and he is able to enjoy the sugarcane for a short period only, because very soon the farmers, they would come with sticks, and many of them come, and the elephant would be chased away. So Radheshyam Prabhu says, where greed would lead one to bleed, he says. So yes, we have to try to lead a simple lifestyle as far as possible, not be hankering for a opulent lifestyle. Keep your limitations to your needs. Don't become greedy. So yes, very nice point, Lavina. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I actually, when I read the heading of the chapter, I actually thought more about the first line of Mangalati Sanjadavan, and how the spiritual master extinguishes the fire in our heart. So, the same way Krishna is trying to extinguish all the fire.
Yes.
But also said one more lesson, that how we are trying to go away from Krishna, so the fire goes stronger and stronger, and then we call out to Krishna, then Krishna extinguishes the fire. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Yes. Thank you. Very nice realization, Priyanka. Shailesh, you have your hand raised?
In this chapter, we are saying that the other boys, the Gopas, they neglected their duty by ignoring the cows. But then they are playing with Krishna. So, I mean, there's a
No, that's a lesson
Conf-
we draw from the pastime. They are all pure devotees, no doubt. They are all pure devotees, but the lesson we draw from the pastime is this. This is this is how we understand it. We are not blaming them that they were neglectful. How we understand this pastime, what is the lesson that is being trying that they are trying to convey through this pastime? Because after all, these are only leelas, these are all pastimes. They are all pure devotees, no doubt. Okay.
because I got conflicted, because is their duty to play with Krishna or to take care of the cows?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, I understand. But now you know how to see it.
Sorry, Mataji. Can you just repeat the point which Priyanka had put forward? I didn't quite understand that.
So Priyanka was actually discussing the first paragraph of the prayer. See, in ISKCON at 4:30 a.m. We offer prayers to the spiritual master. At 4:30 a.m. during Mangal Arati, what we sing, we start off our activities by glorifying the spiritual master. And she was telling about the first paragraph of that song, where the spiritual master uh, see, when we start our class also, we start with Samsara Dava Nava Lida Loka. So she's talking about that paragraph and the meaning of that paragraph, how the spiritual master removes us from ignorance, and he removes our suffering, because the spiritual master is the representation of Krishna. That's what she was talking about.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Hari, you have your hand raised since long. I'm sorry.
No. So, like this, we are discussing about the vegetables. So any other food, for example, dal or any other food which is not, we should stay away.
Masoor dal we don't consume. Masoor
We
dal.
don't. Okay.
Everything
Other
else.
than soya, paneer, everything we tofu, everything we eat, right? That's not a problem. No? Okay.
Yes, that's not a problem.
Okay.
What's the reason we don't eat masoor dal? Masoor dal is that orange color dal, right?
Yes, because masoor dal has very high protein content. It's almost equal to eating meat. It's very
Oh.
high in protein content, so it's not good for our senses. It's not good for our sadhana. It disturbs our sadhana. Therefore,
Oh,
masoor dal
protein
is
can
not.
also affect excess protein can also affect our sadhana.
Excess protein, yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Too much of
Okay.
protein. Actually, it's even scientifically, medically. See, the whole world is talking about protein these days. But now I have seen some cases here in Chile where 8-year-old girls, 9-year-old girls, they are already mature, no? So they are already having the signs of adolescence in their body at the age of 8 years, 9 years itself. Why? Because of excess protein. Then when they go to the doctor, doctor says reduce your protein intake. So that is going on
Okay.
like this. And mushrooms as well. Yes, Karuna says, thank you. I forgot mushrooms. Thank you, Karuna. Yeah, mushrooms are also prohibited because mushrooms we cannot offer. They are also tamasic. We cannot offer them to Krishna. Therefore, we don't consume mushrooms.
Okay. Thank you.
But
Yeah.
Mataji, one question. Isn't the masoor dal a family of lentils which comes with the...
Yes, the masoor dal that we know, na, the red dal.
Yeah, that is a masoor dal is the red one, the orange one. But
Yes.
isn't it the same family of lentils?
You
Lentils,
mean,
that
yes, now I understand.
lentejas.
Yeah, no.
Lentejas, what
Yeah,
we call.
Lentejas are allowed. Lentejas are not so rich in protein like masoor dal. So
Oh,
lentejas we are allowed to consume.
okay.
Lentils,
Okay.
yes. Now I understood. Sorry.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, Shreya?
Yes, something along what you were saying about the greed and all that, right? So sometimes I just go in that phase where I'm like, okay, I don't want to do anything except Krishna, you know. So, but then I cannot like even be in that moment or enjoy or anything. I'm like, oh, I should not go to the beach. Oh, this is not Krishna consciousness. Or I should not go to the amusement park. And I feel like, oh, like if I enjoy it, then Krishna will get upset. But I mean, I don't know if that's the right mindset, you know.
No, wherever you are, always think of Krishna. Who can stop you from doing that? You may have to go to an amusement park, maybe with children or with your husband because your husband wants to go. So you have to accompany him. You have to, because we also need to take care of our marriages. We have to take care of our children. We have to take care of our duties. Sometimes my daughter, not now, but when she was little younger, she would say, I want to go for this movie. And I had to sit through 2 hours of torture, but I had to do it because I have to fulfill my duties. And she wants to see the movie. So sometimes we have to do such things. But wherever you are, who is stopping you from thinking about Krishna? Who's thinking thinking, who's stopping you from absorbing your consciousness in Krishna, thinking of some pastime? Nobody can stop you from doing that. No? Wherever you are, under any circumstances, you can think of Krishna.
But that's what I did. Like recently, I had to go to this beach holiday, and I was like looking at the ocean and thinking about Shir Sagar and all that.
Yeah, see, yes. Krishna is so merciful. When you look at a glass of water, also you can think of Krishna because Krishna says that I am the taste and water. So wherever you see, you can see Krishna. You can connect everything and anything to Krishna.
Thanks.
Anything else?
Hare Krishna Mataji, didn't pronounce. Just wanted to share. That's the reason, Prabhupada wanted everybody to have a piece of land and have cows. So
Yes.
that way you take care of cows and you get fresh milk, fresh butter, fresh everything.
Exactly, yes. That was the whole idea, no? See, that's how people lived in the Vedic age. They had a small house, they had a small plot of land by the house. They would cultivate their own land, they would grow their own vegetables, own fruits. They would have a cow. That cow would give you milk, and you can grow your fruits and vegetables in that land. So there is no chemical. No, and the food doesn't have to pass through so many hands before it reaches your plate. Now the food passes through so many hands and so many countries and so many oceans before it reaches our plate. So it is so much more contaminated. Yes, the idea is that you have your house, you have your plot of land, you have one cow, and that's how people lived previously, and they lived a stress-free life, and they lived healthy. They had healthy food. No. That is ideal, and that's what Prabhupada also. He established some farms. So there are farm communities, and they are living like this. They have their cows. In Mayapur, for example, they have their own Goshala. Vrindavan also, they have their Goshala, and the milk from the cows in the Goshala is offered to the lordships. And people living there, they consume that only. So they are healthy, and everything is fine. But we have complicated our life so much in Kali Yuga. No, now we have frozen food, we have tinned food, and then we make something, we want to freeze it, and we reheat it, and again we freeze it, and again we reheat it, and so yeah,
We
unfortunately.
also have evaporated milk in the can. We do have.
Yes, we do have. Yes, we have all kinds of milk now. Previously, it was just fresh cow's milk, but now we have all kinds of milk. We have evaporated milk, we have condensed milk, then we have discriminated milk, we have whole cream milk, and I don't know what now. Yeah, so here Wendy Perez writes in the chat, maybe we have to get a list of food that we have to avoid, or food that our Lord Krishna likes, to get an idea what to eat. So okay, I will try and make the list and send it to you, Wendy Perez. If you can send me a WhatsApp, I can send you a list of the prohibited food items, and then it may help you.
Madam, can I have one last question? I don't know.
Yes.
Post in the Krishna book group also, so possible, na? That
Okay.
message.
Okay, I'll do
Yeah.
that. Yeah, Mangal, Prabhu.
Madam, I understand it because more questions related to the food, more than the spiritual thing. I understand, but you know that you always say mention Kali Yuga, Kali Yuga. We know that everyone knows that living in this Kali Yuga is very difficult, and we feel much struggle sometimes. Maybe due to environment or due to people, different kinds of peoples. But in the, I earned one question related to this. Is it possible, if you do any mistakes, or by eating anything, or by taking something, or making problem with some people, in other religion, like for example in Christianity, there is a possibility of giving forgiveness. Is there any things like in our Krishna community? I don't say that Hinduism. I don't say it is Hinduism. In Krishna followers or Krishna devotees, that anything, or Krishna thought of Krishna is anything exist to give forgiveness. For example, I take this food. This is not allowed, but it's kind of situation, that we are living in the different world. You always say Kali Yuga, so it is difficult to follow 100% pure. Nobody cannot be 100% pure. So is it possible that anything you said, if you do mistake, we can recover, or we can get forgiveness?
Yes, we can get forgiveness. Krishna is very, 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 very merciful. And Krishna knows exactly what is going on in your heart. So if we have made mistakes in the past, but we deeply regret it. And we ask for forgiveness from Krishna. Because remember, Krishna is a person who reciprocates with your love. He reciprocates with your affection. He reciprocates with your feelings. No, he's bhavagrahi. He takes the essence. He takes your emotions. So Krishna is very, very merciful. So when we pray to Krishna, please forgive me for my offenses, which I may have committed knowingly and unknowingly. Krishna will definitely accept your prayer. And you have to chant the holy name. When you chant the holy name, there is it is most potent way of burning your past karma. Mountains and mountains and mountains of past sinful activities can be wiped away by chanting the holy name, which is why we recommend over and over and over again. Please chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra as much as you can until you reach minimum 16 rounds every day. Very, very powerful. This Maha Mantra is the mantra of all the mantras. You see, devotees, they will be chanting, no? Minimum 16 rounds takes us at least 2 hours every day. Now, so many devotees are chanting 16 or more rounds every day for so many years. There are devotees in ISKCON who are chanting for 4 or 5 decades, and they are not going to be engaging in that chanting if they're not getting anything out of it. I would not engage 2 hours of my life in a day if I'm not getting anything out of it. So it's not something that's just somebody's imagination. It actually works. It actually works. So when we chant the Hare Krishna mantra, the offenses that we commit unknowingly, they are automatically taken care of. But when we are chanting the mantra, if I'm purposely committing sinful activities, thinking that, oh, it's okay, I will commit this sinful activity because anyway I'm chanting, no, it will be taken care of. Then that is an offense to the holy name. No, then that is an offense to the holy name. So there are no rules and regulations. You don't have to wait till you're initiated to chant this Maha Mantra. It's not that only when we are initiated we receive this mantra, because some other people, some paths, they give you the holy name only after initiation. But here it is open for everyone because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has opened it up for everyone. So it is the most powerful way by which you can get forgiveness. You can be forgiven for your past sinful activities. So if you are chanting 1 round every day, you will automatically see the effects very shortly. Then you go from 1 round to 2, from 2 to 4, 4 to 6, like that. Slowly you increase, and you come to the magical of minimum 16 rounds. You see how your life will transform. Guaranteed.
Yeah, okay. For chanting, I don't know any mantra. Can I say just only say Hare Krishna, like that? It's okay?
You have to chant the Maha Mantra as it is. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Okay.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is
Okay.
the Maha Mantra. And before
Okay.
you chant this Maha Mantra, you chant the Panchatattva Mantra, which is Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So when we chant this Panchatattva Mantra, you can chant as many times as you want, but at least once.
Okay.
At least
Okay.
minimum you chant before you chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, because then you get the potency, blessings to chant the Hare Krishna mantra properly, like that.
Okay.
I can
Thank
send
you.
it to you on your WhatsApp if you like.
Okay.
I can send
Thank
it
you.
to
Thank you, Mama. That's what I want. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Shivani, you have your hand raised.
Hare Krishna Mataji, no problems. Can you also share the foods we are not supposed to consume or offer in the WhatsApp group as well for us?
Okay, I'll do that.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, can you please send me also this Pancha Mantra that you just mentioned on my private WhatsApp?
Yeah, I'll do that. You please send me a reminder because I tend to forget.
Yeah.
Whoever wants the
Okay.
Panchatattva mantra and the Hare Krishna mantra, you please send me a WhatsApp. I will reply.
Okay.
And
Thank
Shreya
you.
has also
I
shared it
think
here
we
in the
put it on
chat.
the chat.
Yeah, Shreya has shared in the chat. But if you want it on your WhatsApp, you can write to me. I'll send it to you. And Priyanka Jha has written here, Hare Krishna, the first line in Mangala Arati starts with Samsara Dava, Nala, which is prayer to our spiritual master to extinguish the fire in our hearts, which is burning due to material existence. So in this chapter, as Gopas moved away from Krishna, the fire started, and as soon as they searched for Krishna, he extinguished the fire. So just try to connect the learnings. Thank you, Priyanka. Please send through WhatsApp the mantra we have to chant after Hare Krishna. So please send me a WhatsApp and I will reply. Oh, Shailesh, very important question. There is no test today. Today is a exam-free day.
Wow.
Hari bol. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare you. Everybody was waiting.
Otherwise they would all logged out. Everybody would have logged out long back. Okay. Anything else we need to discuss?
Instead of sending privately to everyone, why don't you put commonly the mantra to all? Because it is better for you also.
Okay.
It's everyone. It's common to get anyone wants, they can get.
Okay, I'll do that. That's good idea. Yeah, I will share the Panchatattva mantra and the Hare Krishna Maha mantra in the chat, and the list of the prohibited items in ISKCON. Yes. So these two
Okay,
things I will send in the group. Anything else?
Mataji, one question. The Chaturmas is going on. I think the third month has started. So what do we have to avoid eating?
The Chaturmasya is going on. Yeah. Let me see. There is a list here.
I think it's milk this month, right?
Yeah, milk we have to avoid.
Milk, is it? Yeah. So for the third month, it's milk.
Yes, tomorrow third month is starting. In India, tomorrow third month is starting.
Okay. Because today is Bhadra Purnima here in Chile. When is it?
Yeah, here also we have today. Bhadra Purnima.
Yeah.
Only the same from India.
Mataji, what about this lunar eclipse, I think?
No, today we have lunar eclipse.
Yeah, it's there in India, but here in Chile, we don't have it.
Okay, I don't know about US, if anybody
You have to check if it's there in the US. But you know what? Where Krishna is present, there is no question of any inauspiciousness. So whenever there is an eclipse, you have to chant as much as possible, chant the holy name. But when we chant, then Krishna is personally present. Krishna is in his name. And where Krishna is present, there is no question of any inauspiciousness. So here you have first month of Chaturmasya, we stay away from green leafy vegetables. Second month, we stay away from yogurt and other dairy products. Third month, it's milk. And fourth month is urad dal.
Thank you, Mataji. So I just Google. There's no lunar eclipse in USA either. It's not visible. Only in India.
Yeah.
So we don't eat green leafy vegetables for Chaturma.
The first month of Chaturmasya, third month is starting tomorrow, and the prohibited item for third month is milk. But that is, of course, if you are following Chaturmasya. Not everybody in ISKCON follows Chaturmasya. It's not something that Prabhupada actually insisted on following. So if you want to follow, you can follow, but don't torture yourself. You need to transcend. Don't torture yourself. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, I will. I won't consume. I will reduce the dal then. Excess protein. Tofu is not good either, right? In that case.
Tofu devotees consume tofu. See, there are many items that you don't get nowadays in Kali Yuga. That is another issue. You have to always adjust to time, place, and circumstances. If you are living in India, there are so many vegetables available. But here, for example, in Chile, half the vegetables are not available. From what is available, half the things we are not allowed to consume. So finally, what are you going to consume? So you have to adjust to time, place, and circumstances.
Okay, and pray and do the mantras, right? Yeah.
Yes. And you need to have a higher authority who is going to sanction things for you, no? Because such things can be very individual. So if you have a guru, you can consult your guru. And then when the guru tells you, okay, you can consume this, you don't consume, then you know what to do and what not to do. No? So there are many things that are more specific. There is no rule for that. It's like not like a one size fits all kind of a thing. So it may be you need a guru.
So to have a guru, do we have to complete every day 16 rounds of chanting?
Yes.
Right? Before
Minimum
having
16 rounds every day and follow the 4 regulative principles.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything else? All right, then see you all next week if Krishna so sanctions. Till then, have a nice week in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna. Pranams, Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.